That's what this is called. Grab that ball that we have. You guys have. I think it's squishy. It should have a little deflation to it. It shouldn't be really super filled up. And we're gonna start. We're gonna start with some stretching. Ready, guys? Here we go. Okay. All right, happy Wednesday. Okay, we're gonna repeat a little bit of what we did on Monday, but now we're gonna do this. We're gonna incorporate our ball, which is always nice. Okay, we're gonna start with our little stretches. So keep your ball handy, okay, somewhere where it won't roll away. We'll see how this works for me. Actually, I'll put it between my knees. Okay, just so it doesn't roll off my table here. So I want you to pull your knees in, and you guys can put it between the ankles. Yeah, try it. Okay, so just let yourself kind of melt into the floor and just assess. Oh, this already feels good to you. So shoulders are nice and open and comfortable. Everything's relaxed. And we're just going to stir the knees. So big circles with the knees. Hands are clasped around the knees. And we're just circling one direction. And your hip from side to side can lift. Just try to stretch out any kind of tension gently. And you're breathing normally, and we're going to switch directions. So that should feel good. And we'll go about 3 more. Nice and slow. And just pay attention to where you feel like maybe you have extra tension. And that's our last one. And we're going to bring our feet down to the floor. And I'm going to have you keep the ball between your ankles for this first little stretch that we're going to do here. So open up your arms. Let the palms rotate up to the ceiling. The ball will still be between the ankles, which might make it really comfy. And you're going to dip the knees down to one side. Let them fall. And just let that top leg rest on top of that ball. Okay. Trying to create length in that waist, that top waistline. So if I take my hip and I just kind of push it away, I want you to feel like you're creating that length at the side of the body. And then take an inhale, and as you exhale, pull the belly tight to draw the knees back to center, and then go the other way. So when we're just starting to warm up, you don't want to put any tension on the spine, so we want to really use our belly here. So now I'm dropped the other way, and I'm just going to take my hands to my hips if that feels good to me. You don't have to do it. I'm going to just gently push my hip away, thinking of creating that length up the side of my body, maybe even up the back side, and then come back to center. And I'm going to have you take the ball out of the hands, but hold it, okay? Keep your arms wide. We're going to take our feet to a wide second position now, and we're going to let the knees drop. And as you do this, I want that top knee to be pushing away or pressing away. Okay, just try to reach that knee away from the body. Still, again, try to create length. And maybe now you feel it more in the front oblique area. And then just gently roll back to center and go the other way. And let that stretch kind of happen naturally. Don't force it too much, but reaching the knee away from the body. And then coming back to center. So we're going to take the ball back between our knees. We're going to bring our hands up to the ceiling. So your knees are bent, your feet are comfortable, and hands, fingertips reaching up. So let's pull the shoulders off the floor, reaching for that ceiling, and then drop the shoulders down, pull them down, and then open the arms wide. As you're opening your arms, I want you to reach away. So fingertips are pulling away from each other. So I want you to feel like somebody's pulling one arm and somebody else is pulling the other, and you're opening your chest. And then you're going to pull the hands together up to the ceiling. We're going to lift those shoulders up, rounding that upper back, pulling the shoulders down, pushing them to the mat, opening the arms, reaching those fingertips away. So I want you to feel control in your shoulders. We're going to close the hands up. The shoulders are down. Now reach the shoulders up. So remembering this control, pulling the shoulders back down to the mat, it's a hard control for a lot of new people to get. So reach through those fingers. You should have a lot of control over your shoulder blade. Close the hands up to the ceiling. And we're going to press the hands down alongside us, okay? So I want you to take that ball. We're going to place it up between the shoulder blades. So just get up however is comfortable for you. I'm going to take it and just put it kind of behind my neck. Switch down so I have lots of room. And then I'm going to roll myself up. Looks graceful, right? Roll myself up to where I feel comfortable between my shoulder blades, okay? Now I want you to let your head kind of weigh heavy into the hands. Your hands are like a hammock. And we're going to think of creating that length in our spine, keeping our spine neutral. So you're not curling the spine down to the mat, okay? So from here, I just want you to let the head fall and find the place for you. Up and over that ball, pulling those shoulder blades apart, but no tension in the neck. The head is resting. And then just come back to a neutral position. And then let's let it open up again. Open those elbows. If you feel like you can press the elbows open by pushing them a little gently down to the floor, try that. And then come back to neutral. I'm going to switch down so I don't fall off my couch. All right, that wouldn't be good. All right, so we're up and over that ball one more time. Try to keep the ribs fully together so you don't want to arch the back. And then come up to neutral. And from here, head is heavy. We're going to pull that left elbow toward our left hip. Like we're on a flat surface and we're shifting to one side. We're coming back to center. We're going the other way. And we're getting that nice curling, like that side curl. And we're breathing just comfortable. Trying to get the stretch. Don't pull on the neck. And go one more time to each side. And let's just inhale as we go over to one side. And exhale as we come center. Inhale over to the other side. And exhale as we come center. I'm going to have you roll down to where that ball is right behind the neck. Okay? My ball is really sticky. Yours are too, probably. So my hair gets caught up. So let's let our head just rest on that ball. And then from here, I'm going to have you let your head fall over to one side. Okay, just go gently. You do not have to push into the head here. And then come back up to center. And then drop the other way. And just go slow. Let the head, just the weight of the head on that ball. This should feel really good. Different kind of stretch here. We'll go one more time each side after this last turn. And then going right to the left again. And then go to the right. And boy, you take that ball out from under my head. All right, so I'm going to have you guys take the ball into the hand. We're going to stretch the legs out as long as you can. And remember, shoulder blades are going to stay down. So let's focus on that ball, maybe the center of the ball with your eyes, okay? And then take your inhale, and as you exhale, just keep looking at the ball as the arms start to lower. And as the ball comes down, maybe covering the side of the toes, start to roll it. You're going to stay in that big curl, scoop the belly, and reach forward. You can press the ball out over the top of the feet, pulling the belly back as you reach the arms forward, and staying in the curl, hold on to the ball again, and start to curl yourself back. So right here, my upper back is rounded. I'm going to start to slide my shoulders back, lengthening my neck. Now looking to the ball, I'm going to roll it in. And the ball is coming back up to the ceiling. My shoulder blades are on the mat. Exhale, eyes to the ball. As the arms start to lower, stay in this scoop as we reach the ball forward toward the toes, pulling the belly back, and then walking the ball out over the toes if you have that availability for you. Pulling the belly back, pull it as you reach the fingers forward. This is still a stretch, and then walk the ball back, grab that ball into the hand, stay in your curl, roll it down. We'll go one more time like this. Ball comes up. Take your inhale, exhale, arms start to lower, looking at that ball as it lowers toward the thighs. Pull the belly back, reach and scoop that belly away as you reach the ball forward. Let the ball drop if you can. And then curl, 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 pulling the shoulders back, looking at the ball as you start to roll down. And you're going to stay down on the mat. So take the ball over into your left hand while I hold my hands up. Sorry. Left hand, put it on the floor next to the left side of your hip, left hip. Okay. We're going to straighten out the left leg. We're going to extend the right leg long. All right, so I moved my curtains. I'm not going to hit my curtains with your feet today. Open your shoulders up. We're going to let our hips rock side to side. The leg is extended to the ceiling. We're going to circle it out, sweep it around, over, let the hip lift. Big, big circle. Keep your belly tight. I want you to feel like a big, big spiraling stretch in the spine. We'll go one more, letting the hips lift so we're not controlling the hips. And then come back to center. We'll go the other way. Sweep it across center line, down, out, and up, and swing it. I never say that too. We're always controlled in Pilates, so this is kind of not a typical thing. Pause at the top, bend the knees, step the foot down. We'll take the ball to the other hand. The ball is just on the hand for comfort, by the way, under the hand. Extending the left or right leg long, the ball is on my right side. Extend that left leg up to the ceiling. I'm going to open it out to the side, circle it around, over the center line, and just let it swing. Let the hips lift. Keep your belly tight because you kind of have to control the leg anyways. And then come back to center and we'll switch over across center line, down, out, up, and around. Kind of fun. Swing it. 2. And last. Reach the leg up, bend the knee, put the foot down on the floor. All right. So we will do some work with our feet. We're going to stay down. The ball is going between the ankles. Okay. We're going to a flexed foot. All right. So we did this on Monday. Now we're going to add a little squeeze into the ball so we get this inner thigh connection. So that's your adduction, adduction. So when we connect with our inner thighs, it also helps connect with that low belly. Okay. So head is going to stay down, arms are long beside you. You've got a flex to the feet. We're going to extend the legs with a squeeze of the ball with a flex of the feet and bring it back. So remember, if you cannot keep that neutral spine, you're going to imprint here. Okay, so if you want to imprint the spine because you feel a little tension down there, do that. But otherwise, I want from the collarbones up, relax, and we're just bending and stretching through our heels, trying to keep our ankles moving like they're mirroring each other. Legs can go high or low. Low is hard. Okay. So it depends on the work you want. And you've got that little hug on that ball. Let's go for 2. And 1. And pull it in. We're going to go to a froggy position. Heels are coming into the ball, or it's on the kind of backside of the ankle. Okay. So again, if you extend low, it's more work on the tummy. If you extend high, you'll be more helpful in your back area. But if you can keep this lower, maybe halfway leg position, you'll feel the work in the belly, which is what I really want anyways. Squeeze the heels to the ball. Inhale as it comes back. We're going 4. Keep that press. Here's 2. And 3. And 1. And bend and come in. We'll try this one time. We're going internal now. So ball will go in between the middle of the feet, closer to the toes. Knees will be together as the knees are bent. Okay. Little push into the toes, so you're internally rotated. You're going to extend away and bring it back. Extend and bring it back. Keep the belly tight. Press and inhale. Exhale. Pull that belly down. Pull the ribs down. Trying to keep neutral here or imprinting that low spine inside. 3 and 2 and 1. And come on back and take a quick break. So I already feel my inner thighs. So let's go. We're going to repeat that work, less reps with our chest lifting. Okay? So much fun. Let's bring the ball between the knees to start here. I want you to hug into the knees. Okay, hug into that ball. Take the hands behind your head. Go into your regular tabletop. Take your inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to lift the chin to the chest and hold it here. So again, I'm trying to maintain neutral, but if you're imprinting, it's fine. Just don't let the tailbone come up, okay? So flexing the feet, letting the head rest. Exhale, extend. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, squeeze into that ball. 3. We're going to 6. And 4. Keeping a flex. 5. And 6. And roll it down, take the ball into back to the ankles, okay? External froggy. So heels are pushing into the ball, my hands are supporting my head. Take an inhale. And exhale, chin to chest, look down to the belly, flatten it out, and extend away. Exhale, inhale back. Push into that ball. And here's 3. And 4. And 5. Squeeze. Oops, that was a bad one. And 6. And bend and roll it down. Replace the feet on the ball, so internal with the toes. Knees come kind of inward to each other. You're down on your mat. Take that inhale. And as you exhale, chin comes to chest. Look to the belly. Squeeze the legs out. Exhale. Inhale. Pull them in. Exhale. Inhale. So I'm going halfway with my legs. A lot of work. Go up to the ceiling if you need to. And 2. And 1. And bring it back in. Let go of that ball. Bring your knees together. Just hold onto the ball in one hand. Let your arms open up. And we're going to just bring those feet together, knees together, and then just let the knees drop. Like a big butterfly. A better way to think of it, a butterfly. All right. So let that belly relax. Let the hips open. Let the knees just rest. Weight of the knees kind of drawing down to the ground. Gravity pulling the knees down. And you're relaxing. Nice. And we are going to do what we are going to call the hundreds, but we're doing them in a nice way. Different way. Maybe not nice. I don't know. Put the ball between the knees. Extend the legs long. All right. So breath is the critical part of this, a slow breath. We'll go for a 5 count, okay? So we're going to take the hands behind the head. On an exhale, I want you to lift the chin to the chest for a count of 5, okay? So exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inhale, legs lift, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, legs go down for a count of 5, and then chest goes down for a count of 5. One bone at a time. Head, chest lifts for 5. And then inhale, legs up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the chest down for 5. Lower the legs down for 5. I did it backwards, by the way. We'll go again. Exhale, chin to chest for a count of 5. Inhale, legs up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower legs down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower chest down, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go one more. Exhale, lift chest, 3, 4, 5. Legs lift, 4, 5. Lower legs, slow, slow, slow. And then chest comes down, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about one more? Yes? Chin to chest, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs lift for 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs lower down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chest down, 2, 3. Oh, that's it for that. Slide the knees in or feet in. Let the knees just kind of bend and be comfortable. And we'll drop the knees to one side, stacking the legs on top of the ball. Letting that hip lift, but the shoulders are staying nice and open. And exhale. Pull the belly tight as you draw those knees in. And inhale over to the other side. And exhale back to center. And let's come up in a roll up. So bring the hands back to the ball. The ball between the hands, legs extended long, shoulders are connected. Take your inhales. Exhale, lift the chin to the chest. Roll yourself up. It may be harder right now, I don't know. And sit up nice and tall. Okay, you're going to let the ball is just going to rest between the feet for the first part. Okay, so we're seated tall. I want you to find that position where you feel like your spine is up against the wall, okay? So your sitting bones are down, connected to your mat beneath you. Your tailbone pointed down. We're going to take an inhale, and we're going to hinge ourselves back, but we're going to extend our arms long forward. So the hinge back is a long, straight spine, coming back, tipping off those sitting bones, and then slowly coming up nice and tall. So I want you to feel like the rib cage, inhale back, is lifted away from the pelvis. Exhale, reach forward. All of the muscles around the front of the rib cage are engaged. Inhale back. Long spine, don't let the chin lift. Exhale, lift. We're going to add on. So you're going to inhale back to the point where you feel that deepest connection. It shouldn't be far. Now you're going to scoop the belly, curl down a little farther, but don't go all the way. Curl yourself up. Tuck, pull the belly deep, and sit up nice and tall. Hinge back. Long spine. Right where you feel you're at the back side of those sitting bones. Curl. Roll down halfway. And then curl up. Pull the belly back as you reach the arms forward. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, curl. Take an inhale before you start to curl yourself up. Exhale, reach through the fingers. Sit up nice and tall. One more. Hinge back. Long spine, shoulders down. Curl. Stay in your curl as you come up nice and slow. Sit up nice and tall. We'll go all the way to the mat, okay? So hinge back. Drop into that curl. Roll yourself down. And nice and slow, stay down on your mat. Arms are coming long beside you. The ball is between your ankles. Bring your knees up to a tabletop position. Extend them long, okay? So again, we're going to start to lower the legs. We're going to roll our feet kind of around that ball as we lower. So I really want you to get the connection right now. So belly is tight, lowest part of the belly, pulling up and down. Arms are beside you. Only go as low. You're just rolling the feet around that ball. Trying to maybe keep a little pressure and then start to come back up. And you may have to adjust your ball. And down. Only go as far as you feel like you can maintain that neutral without compromising your spine. Come up. We're going to go down again. And just breathe. And then come up. Okay. And last one. Ooh, I tucked it together. I can't believe it. The ball is just about to go. And come on up. Shoulders are open. Don't let the back lift. And then bend those knees and take the ball out. And take a quick pause. All right, I'm going to set the ball somewhere safe. Hopefully it'll stay. We're going to come up into a stretch, but I'm going to let you guys come up a different way. So roll over onto your side. No roll up. Press yourself up with the top arm. And we're going to come into a big stretch, okay? So I want you to come into a quadruped position. All right. So from here, your knees are always lined up right under those hips, your wrists under the shoulders. We're going to scoop the belly on an exhale and really push down into the earth with the hands as you pull the tailbone toward the forehead, pull the ribs up. Now lift the chin, arching the back or swaying the back. Pull the shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, tuck and curl. Get into that deep curl. Push, push, push. And then chin lifts, shoulders pull down, arching the back, and find your neutral. So we're going to go into our big curl now. Exhale. Staying in this big, big, deep curl, pushing our hands to the floor. We're going to shift the hips back, staying in that curl, staying tucked with the chin. And don't go back far. And then come back forward and just set your spine in that neutral position. We're going to go one more time. Exhale. Tuck the chin, tailbone pulls to the forehead. Shift back as you're pushing, but you're pulling the tailbone to the forehead and shift yourself back. We're going to come up into a pike position. So walk the hands forward just a tiny bit. Curl your toes under. Lift the knees, straighten the legs. Push the heels down to the mat or the floor. And then tuck the head between the biceps, sending the tailbone up to the ceiling. Really pushing into the hands, pushing the heels to the floor. Reaching long through the arms, stretching that tailbone up to the sky. And then come forward into your plank. We're going to hold it just for a little, okay? Just a little tiny bit. Just a little fun plank. Drop the pelvis a little lower if you can, a fun plank. I'm not sure if that's a thing. Hold on. Shoulders are down. Spine is long. I am really light in my feet because I want to feel my belly more. And I'm going to press myself back into that big stretch. I'm going to shift forward into my plank. I'm going to drop my knees down to the mat where they land, okay? So I'm shifted now forward into a modified plank, okay? So get yourself comfortable, get yourself organized. We're going to start with those scapula kind of pulling together in the back, dropping the chest. So we were talking about that control earlier. So let the chest sink down to the floor. Pull those shoulder blades together behind you. Keep your belly tight as you push up away and round the upper back. Drop the chest. Pinch the shoulder blades. Press away. So everything is still in the body. We're just doing kind of what I call shoulder push-ups. Okay, and you are working those muscles, those nice, what are we going to call them? Postural muscles. Yes, inhale deep and exhale, press. We'll go one more. Inhale down and exhale. Sit back to your child's pose and rest. That's all we're doing on our wrists, by the way. We're done with that. We're going to go to our forearms next. We're going to shift ourselves back up into that quadruped position. Let's come down to our forearms. So our elbows are going to be farther forward from our shoulders. We'll tuck our toes. We'll lift the knees and go into this plank on our forearms. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing. So I want your elbows under your shoulders. I want your belly as tight as you can make it. This time, we're going to flex the feet, push the heels back, keep your belly tight, and then point the toes, shift forward, shoulders go over the top of the elbows, press back. And shift forward, keeping your belly as tight as you can, and inhale back. And exhale forward. Your belly is tight. You're doing ab work here too. And hopefully you feel it. And one more time. Press it forward. Come back to your neutral. Drop the knees down. Walk yourself back to a plank, or child's pose. And stretch. That was fun. It was good, right? Yeah, nice and slowly roll yourself up.
You'll feel it in the arms.
I know.
I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. So, we did that a little bit on Monday. So last night I was stretching. I'm like,
Why did
so
you
let's do it. So just sit up comfortable and let's do that stretch. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to take my left hand, wrap it around or across the front of my chest. Take my right hand and grab that arm. And this is a funny stretch. So I'm going to pull with that arm that's crossed over the front. And now watch my shoulder. Pull it down, lengthen it. Pull, pull, pull. Got to find it your own way here. Shift around. Drop the head maybe. And then come back and we'll switch sides. So my right arm's wrapping across my chest. I'm going to grab that right arm with my left hand. And I'm going to find my stretch. So first I drop that shoulder and I'm pulling it down with my shoulder blade. I'm going to drop my ear off. Pull that shoulder down even farther. Pull that arm across. And then one more thing. So I'm going to take this is always fun. Elbow over elbow in the crook. Hands and palms together. So, and you'll switch, by the way, the next time we do it. So shift the arms up, okay? Now from here, I want you to slide them forward, rounding, if you could see from my sideline, rounding that upper back. Shift the arms up, rounding the upper back. Pull the elbows down and come up back to your neutral and switch the cross. Yes, you can. All right, I'm remembering, okay, there we go. Push the elbows forward, round that back, really round. I don't care if the whole spine is rounded. Really reach through those elbows. Pull the elbows down. Shift the hands up. as you pull the shoulders down and then come back to your neutral. That should have hit everything up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're in our perfect seated position for our next work. And I promise we'll stretch again. All right. So we're going to keep the ball between the knees. We're going to get into some obliques here. So similar to what we were doing with our hinge back, but now we're going to add rotation. So arms are coming forward. Oh, you have nice, good reach, Jenna. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Sit up nice and tall. Okay, hinge back. Rotate to the right. Okay, now drop down into that curl. Don't go all the way down. Come through center. Go over to the left and curl yourself up on the left, sitting up nice and tall. Hinge back. Rotate to the left. Drop down into that big curl on the left side. Come back through center. Go over to the right and curl yourself up. So here's what I'm looking for. You guys are looking beautiful. Hinge back. Here's what I'm looking for. Pelvis stays still. Rotate. Curl. So as I curl down on my right, I'm pulling my left rib cage down, coming through center. As I sweep to the left, I pull my right rib cage down and I come up nice and top. Hinge back. Yes, and take a break. And rotate first. Curl on that left side, come through center. Go over to your right and come on up. How fun is that? Okay, one more time, okay? Hinge back. Rotate. Drop down into your curl, come back through center, over to the other side, swoop the belly and come up nice and tall. Very good. And okay, so we're going to take the hands to the chest. So another thing here is I want you to squeeze into the ball for this set. So if you're feeling hip flexors, the belly has to be tighter, squeeze a little deeper with the knees, it'll take it out, okay? So reach the arms forward, cross them across the chest. Elbows can go high. This is your like kind of genie pose. And you're going to hinge back. We're going to rotate to the left, drop down into the curl, come back through center, squeeze that ball, roll over to that right, curl yourself up, sit up nice and tall. Hinging back through center, rotate to the right, drop into that right curl, come center, up on the left, curl it up. We're going to go two more like that, okay? Squeeze the ball, hinge back, rotate to the left, pulling the belly tight. Scoop the belly as you cross into that curl, rotate around, come up. We got one more, okay? Hinge back, squeeze that ball, belly is tight, rotate, drop down into that curl, scoop the belly as you come around through center. Good morning, and come up nice and tall. Yes, you did. Stretch out those legs, let that ball go. Lots of big sighs of relief here. Okay, we'll get into a good stretch. Let's just reach forward, let our hamstrings kind of relax, let our spine relax. Ball is just in between the legs. And then nice and slowly, we're going to come up. So let's get into a quick little mermaid type stretch, okay? This will feel good. And then we'll do some spiraling, kind of undoing in the spine. Just put the ball wherever it's comfortable to start, where you can grab it if you need it. Your position here in mermaid is whatever's comfortable for you. So my front knee is my right knee. I'm going to put my right hand down on the mat. Take my left hand out to the side. I'm going to reach that arm up, lengthening my spine, pulling my shoulder down, coming up and over as I bend into that elbow that's on the ground, push into the hand and try to shift that hip away. Okay. Now come up nice and tall, and we'll go the other way. Reach up and over, open up that side body, look up under that bicep or under the armpit, reach up and over. Okay, and we got another stretch after this. Any horseback riding this week? I love it. Yeah. Are you dying? Are you dying? Okay. Are you quitting? You're quitting on me? Okay, switch. My left knee is forward, my left hand on the mat. Okay. Reach the arm out to the side. Now, thinking of lengthening the spine through the crown of the head, we're going up with the arm, dropping the shoulder down, reaching over, and then pushing into that hand on the floor to really push that top hip away. Okay, it's like a shift of the hip. And then you're going to reach up and over and back through center and up and over on the other side. So this side is a totally different kind of movement. Your hips should be totally connected to the ground. Nothing lifting, and come on up. I'm going to have you guys come into a quadruped. We're going to do that spiraling stretch on our knees, okay? So quadruped position, we won't stay here long. I'm going to have you reach your right arm out to the side into that T position, okay? Now thread that arm underneath the center line of your body, your chest, reach it out to the other side, dropping the right shoulder down to the mat, okay? So now opening up that back by kind of pulling my hip left. So I'm pushing into my right shoulder, I'm pulling my left hip over, and I'm just kind of pushing into that shoulder that's on the floor. And then I'm going to come up, place that hand down, and I'm going to go the other way. So start in the quadruped, reach the arm, left arm out to a T, thread it through underneath the body, reach it away, drop that left shoulder down, get it into the floor and into position, and you're comfortable here. Push that right hip toward that right shoulder, trying to open up the left side. It's like twister. Push into that shoulder that's on the floor. You're trying to round and open up that upper back. And you're going to come back. We're going to do some bridging. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Glad everyone is happy. All right. So we got that kind of stretching. Bridging is also a stretch, even though it can be work. The ball between the knees, it is work, but also a good stretch. So ball between the knees, just to kind of hold it there for later. And I'm going to have you guys bring your arms beside you, but open them up. Feet are comfortable. So let's get into our perfect bridge foot position. So pull your knees into your chest. Let everything relax. Let the heels fall toward the glutes. And then just shift the knees forward and let the feet fall wherever they land. That should be your perfect bridging foot position. Okay? Take your inhale. Neutral spine to start. Exhale, imprint that spine. Now we are letting the pelvis tip back, which we never say. And you're going to push down into the heels as you start to roll yourself up, squeezing into the glutes. And then feel like you're lengthening the front side of the body by reaching those knees over the toes or pulling the heels toward the shoulders. Now, keeping that length in the front of the body, you're going to roll it down. Your shoulders may have come up to your ears. I'm okay with that, okay? Okay. Don't adjust anything. And now you can adjust, find that kind of neutral. Take your inhale. Exhale, imprint the spine. Push it down to the earth. Push down into the heels as you start to roll up, squeezing the glutes. Trying to stay really stable in your hips. Reach those knees over the toes. Push into the heels as you roll yourself down. All these little tiny little tweaks make this just a great thing for me. Roll it up. Exhale. You never learned how to bridge so technically. Seriously. Like everyone will tell me that. Oh my gosh, I've been bridging forever. I never knew how to do it right. Reach the knees over the toes. Push into the heels. Roll it down. Pulling the belly back from the hip. And there we go. We're going to stay here. I'm going to take that ball and I'm going to put it just behind my hamstrings on the ground. Okay, so at the bottom of my butt. And I'm going to walk my feet out. My feet are on top of that ball. Okay, so now I'm going to open up my knees, and the outer part of my foot is resting on top of the ball. My knees are in that butterfly position, and I'm going to squeeze my feet together so I feel you have to balance on top of that ball. So exhale, push down into the feet, pull your belly tight, squeeze those feet together, and drop the pelvis down. We're going to stay at this next time. Now that you know what's coming, you know the feeling. Push the feet together, push the feet into the ball. Pelvis, it won't go high. Don't try to get it high. Just squeeze those feet together, drop down halfway, push up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. If you feel low back, I want you to push those feet together harder, squeeze those glutes a little deeper. You should feel no low back in this position. Okay. almost trying to lead up with the tailbone. 3 and 2 and 1 and drop it down. Bring the knees together. Get that. Grab your ball. Just hold it in the hand. Let's take our right ankle over the top of our left knee, and we're going to let the feet fall. That right foot, let it fall toward the left side. I'm going to go really far here because I don't have a floor, which is fine because it feels really good. And if you guys in this position want to pull the knee closer toward the body by shifting that bottom foot closer to, do that. Gather up everything in the abdominals. Pull the belly tight as you draw those knees back. And we'll switch to the other side. So left ankle over right knee. I'm going to let my knees fall toward the right. So the knee that's underneath, that's the side we're going to. Push a little bit into that ankle that's on top. Maybe you get into that stretch you need right there. Otherwise, drop a little deeper. Maybe pull the knee in toward the body closer. Just kind of move around with where you get what you need. And then nice and slow, come up. Okay, we are going to take the ball into our hands. And we are going to roll ourselves up. All right. So extend your legs long. Let's try it with a flex foot. Oh, it's so hard. Try it with a flex foot. Okay. So I want you to reach energy through the heels. So reach those heels away. Take your inhale. Exhale. Roll it up. A little harder. Not anything crazy. All right. But a tiny bit of a difference. Okay. Forward, grab those toes, let any tension come out of the back. Really let it relax, let the spine open up, and as you breathe, you might start to drop a little deeper. Head might fall a little lower, and then nice and slow, bring yourself up to a tall position. We're going to take that ball. Here's our last fun, okay? Take that ball, let's place it under our left ankle, or left heel. Actually, put the heel on top of the ball and roll it out to a straight leg position, okay? So I want a little bit of the heel maybe connected over the back side of the ball, and your Achilles is resting on the top. We're going to bend our right knee, okay? And your hands are coming behind you, and fingertips pointing to the side, okay? So they're a little bit farther behind because we're going to press ourselves up into kind of this reverse plank, right? So you're pushing down into that ball with the left leg gently, not hard. Really, the weight is in the right heel. And we're going to just drop the pelvis halfway, keeping length in the spine, and press into the right heel. Yes, right heel to lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down, keep your belly tight. Exhale, push down into the right. So I'm looking for hips that are level with the ceiling, okay? Opening in the front of the chest, so don't let those shoulders kind of creep into the front side of your body. You're pulling them open. You don't want to round the shoulders forward. Push down, and here's 2. Chin is tucked. Last one, and come down, and we'll just roll the ball over to the other foot. Okay, okay. So this is sneaky arm work, by the way. She didn't tell you. Shoulder, we're doing lots of shoulder, lots of arms, and you guys don't even know it. You know, focusing on other muscle groups. Okay, so back into your organized position. Pull your belly tight, lengthen your spine, open up the chest, push down into that left foot, and a gentle push down into the ball with the right, okay? So chin is tucked to the chest. You're looking forward maybe to the knee, and you're going to drop down halfway and push into the left foot to lift. Inhale, squeeze, exhale. Inhale, keeping your belly tight. Exhale, lift. No tension in the neck, okay? So keep that chin resting kind of more toward the chest. Open that chest up. We're going for 3. Push. And here's 2. And last one. And drop the pelvis down. And come up to a seated position. All right, let go of that ball for just a sec. We're going to bring our feet together. Hold on to those toes or the shins or even the knees, whatever it takes for you to get into a stretch. And then sit up nice and tall. Push the knees open down to the floor. using the arms, the hands to pull your spine straight. And breathe. And from here, let the hands go. We're going to take our left hand out in front and hang on to the toes with the right until we get into position. Open that left arm out to the side. Look to the fingers. Let it come down to the floor behind you. Take your right hand, bring it over, opposite knee, twister, and lengthen that spine. Lengthen. And then nice and slow, come back to center. So I'm going to take my left hand, hold my toes or my leg just to sit up tall. Reach the right arm forward, fingertips are leading. Look to the fingers as you walk or sweep the hand out, beside you and around. Place it down on the floor. My left hand is going to go to my right knee, and I'm going to just twist a little deeper, keeping my spine protected by pulling my belly tight, lengthening my neck, and coming back to center. All right. One more little fun thing, maybe. No, we'll roll ourselves down. Keep your ball just between your ankles, okay? Nothing crazy here. Roll yourself down, nice and slow, and we'll take the ball out underneath our feet. Comfortable, feet are resting on top of the ball, okay? So from here, I want the ball just ankles on top, heels over the back side of the ball. We're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling. Pulling the shoulders down. Using that ball, we're going to roll ourselves up on an exhale. Lifting chin to chest, trying to keep the legs pushing into the ball as hard. Roll it up. Roll forward. Ball is staying underneath those ankles. Scoop the belly, pull it back. Curl yourself up to a stacked spine position. Reach the arms forward. You're seated tall. Now scoop the belly. Start to roll down. Nice and slow. Pull the shoulders back. Lengthening the neck. Pushing down as much as you can into that ball. And roll it down. Let's go 2 more of these, okay? And then we'll be done with work. Hands start to lower. Chin comes to chest. Trying to push into the ball. Oh, it's so hard. And reaching for the toes or the ankles or the shin. Staying in that scooped position. Start to roll yourself up. Stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Reach the arms forward. Flat spine. Tuck. Pull those shoulders back. Lengthen your neck. Roll it down. We're going up after this last. So the goal is to try to keep weight in that ball. Weight in the back side of the leg. Exhale. Reach. Pushing down. Oh man, pushing down makes me engage my belly so much more. And forward. Your spine should be super slinky, okay? Hopefully. We're going to come up to a stacked spine position. And we'll do one more fun stretch. All right. And then you guys are done. We got 2 minutes. All right. Good. Okay. So I'm going to cross one foot over in front of the other. Okay. So just kind of a comfortable bent knee position, whatever's comfortable for you. The foot that's in front, that's the side that's going to feel the stretch. Okay. So you're nice and tall. We're just going to let the chin fall to the chest. So your spine is long right here. Now leading with the crown of the head, start to curl down. Like you're reaching the crown of the head toward the feet or the ankles. And then the hands that are on those legs, you're going to walk them out in front. And as you walk your hands out, I want you to push and try to create space between every vertebrae. So you're pushing into this curl. Now you're going to walk the hands more forward if you need to. If you need to stay where you are, that's fine. Straighten the spine, lengthen the spine. So now you're in this kind of forward hinge. Drop down to the elbows. Now it's a little bit sphinxy. You're in a flat back position. Your chin is lifted. You're going to press down into the hands, lift the elbows, tuck the chin, pull the belly back, and walk yourself back up and rebuild the spine. Oh, we're going to do that one more time. I think of my friend every time I do this stretch. Julie loves this stretch. It's her favorite. Sit up tall. Let the head fall, chin to chest. Leading with the crown of the head, start to curl. So you're trying to curl down toward the feet, staying with the shoulders over the hips. Now walk the hands out. You're in this big curl as you walk out. Now push into the hands. Try to open up that spine. And now shifting forward, flatten the spine out, pull the shoulders down, bend into those elbows, push those knees open toward the floor, feeling that kind of stretch coming into that leg that's in front, hip side. And tuck, straighten the arms, lift the elbows, walk yourself back. Oh, our shoulders down out of the ears as you start to rebuild your spine, and you are done.